So, today we are cooking for the Super Bowl. And we are going to cook some soup, okay? But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out when I am live and in action. I know I've been MIA for the past couple of days, but I've been trying to get my life together and stuff and things. So, that being said, I'm going to step over here, wash my hands, and then we're going to get ready to make us some broccoli cheddar soup. What I'm not going to be making in this video right now, we're going to be having Rotel and pizza, and then I'm going to be making some wings. So I may or may not do that, but here we go. Okay, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. I have my little mini trash bag on the floor as well, so I don't have to keep walking back and forth to the garbage. So it's pretty full, but y'all get the gist, okay? Anywho, moving on. So washing my hands, after washing my hands. So y'all, today's recipe calls for a few things. So because we're gonna be making broccoli cheddar soup on a cool day. Yeah, now this is my third time making this. Making this soup. So I promise and guarantee that you can do it too, and it's gonna be easy as pie. So first things first, you need about 24 ounces of broccoli. So I have 2 small bags of broccoli cuts, and you can get broccoli florets or broccoli cuts, whichever one you prefer. Child, I just got 2 of these because I ain't had a big bag, okay? So I'm gonna start off by opening this with my little sharp nails and just pouring it in here. So I just pour it in here. Now, I did wash my crock pot. You want to make sure your crock pot is clean. Okay. We cannot be cooking on no dirty dishes, okay? So, anywho, moving on. So, putting that in there. Now, the recipe calls for some shredded carrots as well. So you can either get the whole carrots. When I first made this recipe, I ended up getting the whole carrots, and I ended up having to shred them myself. But if you can just find them already shredded, then hey, go ahead and do that. So I have my handy dandy measuring cup. So the recipe that I looked up, it calls for 1.5 cups of shredded carrots. So I'm going to be doing that now. Just adding my carrots to my measuring cup. One thing I will say, y'all, about the carrots, make sure they don't have that little green stuff on, that green stuff on it or whatever. Take the green stuff out. You don't want that green stuff on it. But to each their own. Some of y'all probably don't mind the little green stuff on or whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little leafy part or whatever. Anywho, moving on. So I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about, like these right here. So I'm not too fond of the ones that look like this. You can just take it out, child. Move on, okay? All right, now. So I just put 1 in there, and then we're going to do a half a cup. We're going to act like this was a part of the 1, okay? We're going to act like that, okay? Anyway, I hope y'all getting ready for the soup buckle, baby. I am, okay? I can't wait till this soup get done. Now, I'm going to cook this soup for about 4 hours. About 4 hours. Now, I say 4 hours because, in all seriousness, look at that. You cannot, don't be eating it. Just take it out. Just take it on out, okay? And if you want, you can, hold on. You can use it, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing it. I can't do it. But anyway, now, if you want to, you can't just chop the end of it off, but I'm not in the business of it. Y'all look at them. Y'all gotta make sure y'all take them out. If you anything like me, just take them out, baby. Cause I ain't finna be chopping. I ain't got time. So this I have. We gonna actually do what the recipe called for. So then I'm put these back in the refrigerator because you don't want these to go bad. Okay. Yeah. Now the soup is is just an additive to what I'm gonna be cooking for the Super Bowl, child. Hallelujah. Super Bowl Sunday. And y'all know I'm in the Seattle. Seahawks is in. We in the money. We in the money. Okay, now I don't even watch football like that, but because Seahawks playing, why not? You know, why not? Why not in delve in the endeavors? Okay. Oh, yes. Anywho, moving on. So for this broccoli cheddar soup, we gonna go ahead and the recipe called for 4 cups of chicken bouillon. So, baby, I'm just make my own chicken bouillon. Cause I mean, four cups of chicken broth, baby. But I'm gonna do it the old school way and make my own chicken, my own broth. Okay, so baby, the only thing you need is a good old dollar pack of it from Walmart. You see it come with 8 cubes. Baby, you just gonna open the pack. This what it look like. The little chicken bouillon. So you gonna pop that in there. That's one. They say half a cube is a cup, baby. Well, baby, we doing the whole cube, baby, because I need all the flavor. Y'all know for Mississippi, baby, we don't not have step on the flavor, baby. Okay? But anyway, they're just a community. All right, y'all, we're going to put another one in there. There's 2. I already measured out my water, so I'm just going to go ahead and, just pop them on in there. Stuffing things. Yes, y'all. I'm ready. I'm Super Bowl ready, honey. I'm Super Bowl ready. Not ready, but ready, honey. Yes, y'all. In a minute, y'all gonna be here in the city. The city is finna get litty, okay, baby? Y'all gonna hear me in a minute. I'm not in the Seattle vicinity right now, but baby, I'm on the outskirts, and let me tell you, baby, trust and believe you finna get to hearing these folks act up and just as I guarantee you not, honey. They finna get to acting up, honey, right now. Anywho, moving on. So I'm gonna wash me a good old spoon and I'm gonna mix everything up, okay? So what you essentially want to do is just make sure that your chicken bouillon is melted and boiled a little bit so you can get that broth. Now while that is going on, you are going to be adding a dash, or you don't got to, because some of y'all don't like y'all stuff in seasoning as I do, baby. I'm gonna be adding a little bit of my Lowry seasoning salt, just a little bit, just a little taste, for a little minute. And then I'm going to be adding some garlic and herb. I saw this on their recipe, and y'all, I would say add this. This definitely gives it a little bit more muchachas, okay, more flavor and stuff and things. So as always, as I tell y'all every time I cook, just clean up after yourself. We're gonna put this back in the refrigerator. We're gonna throw this away. Now today, while that is doing this thing, the rest of my menu, like I said earlier, we're gonna have some shrimp rotel. We're gonna have some pizza, and then Sugar, I'm gonna make her some wings, some hot wings, and then Coda is actually gonna have some steak. Coda is my dog. Yeah, y'all know how it is. So Coda will be having this steak today with a sweet potato. And then we will be, so Sugar just actually made it back with the pizza. So he's gonna have that sweet potato. So we got a full menu today. We got a full menu today. Now the reason why I'm making this soup is because let's just say that, I eat up all my Rotel, because that has happened. That has happened, honey. I got some soup to fall back on, okay? Now, once this bouillon gets done, you're going to add 3 cups. So you're literally going to take your measuring cup. You're going to add 3 cups of chicken bouillon. I mean, why I keep calling this chicken bouillon? Hell, the chicken bouillon is the cube. But y'all know what I'm talking about, the broth, y'all. I'm going to add 3 cups of regular broth and then 1 cup of broth. I'm going to mix 1 cup of broth and 1 cup of cornstarch. And then, I know some people like to add onions, but I ain't add onions to mine. My Sugar don't eat all them onions and stuff. Now, I eat the onions, but she don't eat all them onions and stuff. And, y'all, it still be fire. Fire and desire. Huh? I mean, you add a 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Thank you, sugar. 1/4 cup of cornstarch. No, you don't. I thought it was 1/3. It's 1/3 cup. Yeah, it's 1/3 cup. I'm right here, so just so you know, I can take it. Huh? You want one of these out? Okay. Hand me a plate. Cody, get out. Go. You lost your rabbit. 1/3. I thought it was 1/3. All right, well, so y'all, we got the pizza. We had to get the pizza a little early because, child, when I tell y'all they get busy, they get busy, okay? So, anywho, moving on. We got the Big New York. So, this is what it's looking like. This is the Big New York. Now, the game ain't until 3:30, but, baby, we is ahead of the curve because I'm not finna be waiting in line for them folks, y'all. Last year, it wasn't so bad, but it was bad enough to where we had to order ahead of time. I ain't doing it. All right, sugar. The plate. They can't see you right here, so. And then we also got some cupcakes for sweet, okay? Oh, my bad. It shouldn't be telling me I'm loud, y'all. So if I'm loud, just let me know. If I'm too loud, y'all. Child. I do have a big voice. It is boisterous. Oh, we in Superbowl Sunday. Superbowl Sunday. Okay. Here we go. Anywho, moving on. All right, y'all. So bouillon is coming, is breaking down how I want it to. So in a second, I'm going to measure out my 3 cups of broth, and then I'm going to show you all how I mix my my cornstarch. 20. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to measure out. Now I do not mix my cornstarch and. Hold on, y'all. I do not mix my cornstarch and my I don't mix my cornstarch and my broth in here. I'm actually put it in a bowl to mix it. Oh. There you go, huh? More? 10 more seconds. All right, y'all. I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm trying to take care of my honey and cook at the same time. So, all right, y'all. That broth is boiling, y'all. We in the money. All right, that's good. All right, here you go. You're welcome. All right. So I actually just take my cornstarch. So I just got some regular old cornstarch. All right, y'all. So we got 1/3 cup. All right, 1/3 cup, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this out and then we're gonna get to it. So 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Now, child, last time I had made this, that stuff went everywhere. I was like, ooh, why I did this? So I'm actually going to put this over. I'm smarter now, okay? Hey, girly, happy Superbowl Sunday. All right, y'all. So I'm actually going to just measure out my 1/3 cup. All right. See what I'm saying? That stuff go a little everywhere, child. You got to be careful, child, okay? So 1/3 cup of cornstarch, just pour it over in there, okay? All right. And then we're going to put this in the sink. Next, now that we have our broth, okay, make sure that you ain't got no clumps and lumps in your broth. Because, baby, it will show up in your dinner, okay? And if you like that, that's cool. I don't want all that, child. That's why it's good you mix it as you go, okay? All right? All right. So, all right, we looking goody in the hoodie. Goody in the hoodie. Ooh, sometimes you gotta party by your self, okay? If you from Mississippi, then you already know what I'm talking about. Y'all, do y'all be listening to Pokebell? Sometimes you gotta party by your goddamn self. Yes, y'all, do y'all be listening to that? Y'all probably don't know nothing about that. That's country stuff. Alright, but anyway. Yes, y'all. You don't need nobody to have a good time. Hit the bar, get some drinks, and party by yourself. If your girls don't want to party. Okay, y'all. Enough of that. Anywho, now it is time finally for us to add our bouillon. Now, be careful because the stuff is hot. You can wait till it cool down or not. Baby, it's time to get the eating, baby, because I want this to be done by game time so I can be eating some soup, eating a little bit of everything, okay? Anywho, so y'all, literally, I'm going to take this, pour the bouillon over into here. We're going to measure it. We're going to take it step by step, okay? That's the first full cup, okay? This is what it's looking like after it cooks, okay? You can see the steam coming off of it, honey. Yes. So that's 1 cup. Let's go for our second cup. 2 cups. Okay? Don't forget the last cup you are not going to put in here. So you should be making 4 cups of bouillon. 4 cups of broth, okay? This our 3rd cup, and then our last cup, we gonna mix with that cornstarch, okay? We gotta mix it with the cornstarch, okay? All right, so this the 3rd cup. We gonna put it in here. Now this last one, we gonna measure it out, make sure it's good to go. We good to go, y'all. It's good. We can put it in there. Let's go in the sink. And then, I don't know if y'all anything like me, but I will be washing dishes as I go. So if I step to the side, then that's what I'm doing, okay? So this the last one. So we did 3 cups of broth up in here, and then we gonna do 1 more cup. We gonna mix it with our 1/3 cup of cornstarch, okay? Then we gonna mix that together. Now I like to mix mine with a fork, cause you can see the clumps and lumps a little better or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix it like that. Now, make sure that it is nice and milky, okay? Because you don't want them clumps and stuff. Y'all know how cornstarch can taste, you know what I'm saying? But if you like that type, baby, do it work for you, okay? This is your broccoli cheddar soup, okay? Not mine. I'm gonna do it my way and you do it yours, okay? All right, girly. All right, y'all. So I'm just mixing that. Y'all see how it's looking, the consistency. Make sure you are mashing down, giving it a little bit more oomph. Put a little oomph in it. I am hollering, y'all. I be cracking myself up, y'all. Anywho, moving on. So, y'all, one thing about cornstarch is it feels like clay. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to make sure that, like, in all seriousness, you are getting the corners. You are going around the bowl, and pressing it down. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could do this with a good old spoon, but like I said, you can see them clumps way better with a fork. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it a little better to me. Okay, so once I get it nice and right to how I want it, and I'm feeling everything, you know what I'm saying, making sure I ain't got too many lumps and bumps, and mainly because I do not want those extra clumps in my broccoli cheddar soup, then this is why I'm doing that. So gonna keep going at it. Might take you a little while, child, but at least you getting a workout. You working out them arms. Okay, so hey, just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. All right, y'all. It is Super Bowl Sunday, baby. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a sports person at all, but every Super Bowl, y'all, I am down for the count. I be excited to cook, okay? I be looking forward to it, okay? I don't be knowing half of nothing that be going on. But, baby, I just be in the money, okay? All right, anyway. All right, y'all. It's looking good. Looking goody in the hoodie, okay? I'm feeling around for any more extra clumps. We got a little bit of clumps left, but not too much. So lift your bowl up to see if you got any extra too. That's going to tell you the story too. I'm looking here on the side. I can see just a little bit of white, but not too much. On the bottom, nothing much. So we're going to keep going, okay? Now, you want to mix that bouillon with this to give your broccoli cheddar soup that thick consistency, or lukewarm thick. You know what I'm saying? It ain't as thick as me, but you know what I'm saying? Anywho, moving on in all seriousness, okay? All right, y'all. So, got that down. We looking goody in the hoodie, okay? Looking goody. So, now we going to go ahead and just pour this over in there, and then we're going to move on to our garlic, okay? Now, this recipe does call for 1.5 cup of heavy whipping cream, but only after the broccoli has cooked for about 3 to 4 hours, okay? And when they tell y'all to cook for 3 to 4 hours, you want to, okay? You want to do just that. That way your broccoli is shredded, and you know the consistency is right. Just as it would be if you were to go to like a Panera, or not me finna call Panera Express, y'all. What? So here we go. But just as you would, if you would go, to some place like that, or if you were to go to, I like Quiznos broccoli cheddar soup. If y'all remember Quiznos in Batesville, y'all, I miss that place when I used to grow up there. But anywho, we got one here in Washington, okay? And their broccoli cheddar soup ain't got nothing on mine, but it's all right. It's okay. Okay, but anyway, we talking about consistency, okay? So we pour that over in there. We're going to rinse this out just a little bit, pop it in the sink, okay? You don't need nobody to have a good time. Get the bars and drinks and turn up by yourself. If your girl don't want to party, you can party by yourself. Yes. If your girl don't wanna party, yes, then party by your goddamn self, okay? All right, anywho, moving on. Y'all cooking out there. Y'all got some ribs. I don't eat meat like that. I don't eat the shrimp, the pescatarian stuff. But shout out to all y'all that's gonna be eating ribs and hamburgers and baked beans and stuff. It's a little different, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. For a little minute. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of the garlic. Gotta have the garlic in there. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little chachas. Okay? Yes. Tablespoon is the big spoon. Okay? Some people still don't know that. Okay? All right. Anywho, moving on. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of this. Okay? Nice and evenly. Don't overexert it, or sometimes it can throw it off a little bit. But if you like garlic, I know people that just like garlic, and so they had a lot of it. So do whatever works for you. Hey, SSB. All right, y'all. So we got that in there. Now I am gonna cook this. You want to cook it on high, okay? That way, once you have let it cook for the 3 to 4 hours, however you want. Mine is gonna cook for 4 hours, but you have that broccoli is nice and right, because if you cook it for like 2 hours, it might still be a little firm, and then you might be a little sad. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for you. Okay. All right, now. Anywho, moving on. So now, I'm going to give me another paper towel. Okay, lay our good old spoon on, and then now I'm gonna go in with Mrs. Dash. Now, be careful with this garlic and herb, but add enough, okay? Add enough. Be generous, okay? Like that right there, okay? All right. Now, you don't want a whole lot of this seasoned salt, because you don't want to throw it off, you know what I'm saying? But just a little bit, just to give it a little taste. 1, 2, 3. Just flick of the wrist, and get it on up out of there, okay? All right, now. Put your stuff back. Put your stuff back. That way you ain't like, where I put my... Just put it back. You know what I'm saying? All right, now it is time to mix everything. Time to mix everything, okay? You will start to smell the flavors. You'll start to smell the flavors before anything, y'all. Okay? Before it even start cooking. That's what I'm looking for. Now, you are not going to add the heavy whipping cream or your 2 pound, 2 cups, excuse me, your 2 cups of cheese until after everything is cooked. If you want to add it in there, you can, but I don't know how it's going to taste. But I literally let this cook for about 4 hours before I add my 1.5 cup of heavy whipping cream and my 2 cups of sharp cheddar or medium cheddar, whatever cheddar you want, okay? But it's up to you, okay? All right, y'all. Now, this is a good comfort food. This is a good any day food. You ain't got to go buy 1 cup. 1 cup, $6, $7. Who finna pay $6, $7? $40? Who finna pay that? Okay? No, not me. No. I am cooking broccoli cheddar soup, girly. It's gonna be good. Now, we ain't got the cheddar in there yet, but we got the broccoli. Okay? But yeah, y'all. So mix it good and well, in all seriousness. Make sure that garlic is in here dispersed very much so evenly. You don't want it all in one clump or whatever. Make sure you're mixing it really nice and right and tight, okay? All right, and then we're going to just place our lid on it. We already turned it up to high. Let me make sure it's on. Yeah, it's on. We cooking with gas. We cooking with gas, y'all, okay? All right. I'm going to move on to my Rotel now. And then keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it going, okay? Now, I like me some hot Rotel, okay? I like hot, sugar like medium, or mild. All right, guys, put the top on there and literally watch this clock. It's 12:30 exactly. So we're going to cut this off at 4:30. So the game will be on here 3:30 my time. But wherever y'all are, I know it's going to be like 6:30 y'all time. But anyway. You get what I'm saying. Anyway. But 4 hours. So it's exactly 12:30. So we're gonna move on to our next dish, okay? Y'all like my little garbage can? So I ain't gotta walk to the garbage can? Yeah, okay. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so next we're going to cook the sausage and the shrimp. So I'm gonna have shrimp Rotel. And then we got our pizza already, and then we have our other stuff and things, okay? Alrighty, y'all. So now we're gonna move on and we're gonna cook the sausage for the Rotel. So like I said before, we got hot and mild. So this is Sugar's. This is mine. Oh, wait. Now, if y'all ain't eating a hot, baby, hot is where it's at. You hear me? Hot is where it's at, okay? Now, I am going to add seasonings to my good old, I don't even know why I put that up, y'all. Add a few seasonings to my shrimp. We got some garlic powder, onion powder, Lyrus. We got some Cajun seasoning. We got some slap your mama. Yep, we got it all down here. Oh, shoot. Oh. All right. Here we go. Woo-wee. Ooh, I'm out of breath. That's why it's good for y'all to work out. So when you bend down, you ain't out of breath. But that's okay. That just means I'm living. All right. Anywho, moving on. All right. So I got my shrimp already in here. I took it out earlier. So I'm going to just give it a nice, good old rinse. And then we're going to make the shrimp and the shrimp and sausage, okay? Let me rinse out my skillet. Alright. Now I am going to make a lot of shrimp because I like a lot of shrimp in my Rotel, okay? A lot. All right. All right, we'll rinse those in just a second. Meanwhile, we got to get our shrimp together. And then we're going to make our good old regular sausage. Our good old sausage for the Rotel for sugar. Okay? Alright, now I do like to pat my shrimp dry. You know, pat it dry, whatever, and stuff and things. You know. Because I'm going to... Ooh! Gotta rinse that off. Baby, we ain't letting no meat go to waste. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, no. Yeah, I know when we used to grow up, your mama, your grandmama, they drop something, but they'll rinse it off, baby. Wait. Groceries is too high right about now. Okay? So, I'm going to just scoop that over so y'all can see me actually season it. I'm going to wash my hands because I've been dealing with shrimp. So, anytime you're dealing with any type of meat, make sure you're washing your hands consistently. You do not want any food illness, foodborne pathogens, whatever. I know y'all know this, but I have to say it. And, you know, make sure that y'all got it down, okay? All right, then. Okay, so now, moving on. We are going to take, let's rinse these off, too. Gotta rinse the top, okay? Gotta rinse the top. Okay? All right. Now, we're going to take our handy dandy extra virgin olive oil. That's what I'm going to coat my shrimp with. Okay? Just pour a little bit in there. A little goes a long way. Okay? So I just do it like that. A little razzle-dazzle. A little razzle-dazzle. Little razzle-dazzle. All right. Now, I'm going to take my Cajun. Yeah, this is a brand new. I just did my nails, so. Oh, somebody help me. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay, here we go. All right. Push that down. So we got a little Cajun. Slap your mama. Lowry's. Take your tops off so you ain't got to keep going back and forth, okay? We got a little onion powder. Got a little onion powder. Garlic powder. So we put onion over here. Garlic over here. And then we got a little accent. Huh? Yeah. Thank you, baby. You finna put this. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking sugar. So I add a little accent on it to bring out the flavor, cause y'all know this going up in the in the Rotel, baby. We gotta have some extra flavor up in there, okay? So just, you know, add you a nice even coat of seasoned salt. You know, just go around the whole thing. You'll need a little go a long way. I'm telling y'all, okay? Don't over season your food, but if you do, hey, that's on you. Whatever. All right, so I got a little bit of Cajun. I don't like a whole lot of Cajun. I just literally do that like salt and pepper, you know, like they put a little salt around or whatever. But I do like a lot of garlic and onion powder, okay? So, a little bit of garlic, onion. Like, I like raw onions. I would eat a raw onion. Just peel it back, eat it. You know, like Shrek and Donkey used to do on the yeah, you know. Yeah, I get it, okay? Anyway. So, there's that. And then we're going to put the tops on everything, close everything. Okay, close everything. All right, now we're going to put everything back, okay? All right, before I even mix them, okay? Now, the only thing I like to keep out is a little bit more of the Lowry's just in case. I like to add a little you know, razzle-dazzle to it or whatever. So, There we go. Step your mama gotta go back. Alrighty. I am gonna add a little bit of this to my pan. Now that it's been dried out on its own. Just a little, go in a circular motion, or y'all just put the damn oil in there. Y'all know how to cook. Y'all know how to cook, baby. I ain't no chef. I ain't been to no culinary school. None of that. Y'all know how to cook. Just put some oil in your pan, and baby, we finna fry this. We finna broil these things up. You know. All right, y'all. So, if I was to fry these, I would add a little bit of sazon. Because I do like the flavor. I like the color and the flavor that it gives the shrimp with whatever. So y'all see what I'm saying? A little go a long way, y'all. Yes, just mix them on up. Mix them on up. Mix them on up. Okay? With my other hand that I have not really touched anything with, I'm going to just turn on my eye. Turn it on. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to add a little bit more of this oil here. I don't have enough. But you don't want it over seasoned. You don't want it you don't want it overly oily, okay? Because again, these are going into your rotel, so we trying to get a little burn, just a little burn on them, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, but you know. If you ever had shrimp rotel, then you know how it's how it's supposed to be. Now I'm about to go a step further, and I know people not gonna do this next step that I'm about to do, but because I don't like the whole shrimp in my rotel, break them apart. You know, I just break them into fine little pieces. You know what I'm saying? Simply because I don't like the whole. Just unless I'm eating some fried shrimp, then I eat my shrimp whole. You know, but in my rotel, never. I like to cut them in half or break them in half. Usually, I cut them in half with the scissors, the shears that you use to cut your meat. But for the purposes of this, I just like to, break them apart. It's easier that way. Yeah, I know our granny did. So, well, my granny, I can only speak on my granny and my mama. Baby, they use their hand. Okay? Okay? Just break it apart. Just break it apart. So it's going to be like shrimp meat or like the little fine. I guess I could have got the smaller shrimp, but I didn't. Baby, this is Costco shrimp, $17. Baby, you got to make it do what it do. Okay? Yes, honey. Now, if y'all gotta go to Costco, baby, don't go to Costco. Okay? No. But I just got a membership, baby. That's where everything else was in, so I can grab it while I was in there, okay? All right now, okay? All right. All right, so we're gonna do that to each and every one of these shrimps. We just tearing them apart or into threes, whichever one you like. But like I said, I don't like the whole shrimp, so we just gonna do what we do, okay? Once this is getting hot, so I'm going to just plop this over in there, and then I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to proceed to the next pan, and we're going to cook the sausage and our shrimp at the same time. Yes, do the 2 for 1, baby. If you can cook 2 at one time, baby, do it all at the same time, okay? All right now. Okay. All right. And then too, one thing about breaking your shrimp up before you put it into your rotel, y'all, I don't know, it just feel like you get more filling that way to me. Because you ain't just eating all your shrimp up in one time. It's scattered throughout your rotel. But and if you have not ever tried shrimp rotel, this is your cue. Try it. Yeah, it's the best thing. Especially for us pescatarians, like we don't eat all that red meat and stuff, so it is what it is, okay? So now that we got our meat all cut up and diced and stuff, there we go. You hear it sizzling, all right? I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, I'm going to use some good old Dawn, wash my hands. And then I have we're using regular sausage. So you can use hot, whatever kind of sausage you want. But yeah, so that's for your FYI, Now, whew, okay. All right, we got 2 freshly cleaned forks. 1 fork for the shrimp, 1 fork for the sausage. You don't want them to cook too fast, so just make sure you get it nice and even on there. So I'll bring you all a little closer so you can see. Oh, actually, can y'all see over this? That should be okay to see. Y'all can see me just fine. Give me some hearts if y'all can see me just fine. Okay? All right. So I'm actually going to put the shrimp on this side so we ain't just mixing the meats, you know. All right, got some hearts. All right, we good. We goody in the goody. All right, so last time I made sugar some Rotel, we had a half a stick of sausage left, so I'm just going to use the rest of the half a stick of sausage, okay? We ain't doing nothing too fancy at all, okay? So, I'm going to cook that. Like so, and try to get all the sausage you can, baby, because food is expensive. Like I said, get every drop. Okay? Okay. Playing no games. Wait. Y'all went shopping yesterday. Did y'all know my taxes was $10? $40. What? What is going on in the United States of America? You know what I'm saying? Well, I know what's going on. Y'all know too. But damn! I was like $10 taxes. For real, for real. On this stuff. I'm gonna wash my hands, y'all. Then we're gonna move on, okay? Alright. Wash our hands. Next, we're gonna wash our dishes so we ain't pissed off about having to, you know, stop and wash dishes later on. No. Alright. Alright. Move this over here. Put the garlic back. Put this stuff up. Alright, move on. But I gotta move on. Alright, y'all. So we are cooking with the gassy yana. Okay? Now, this is thawed out, so I'm just going to just cut it. You see how I'm just chopping it or just using my fork to just get it from out of this little ball. You all can do that. Also, too, I'm going to show y'all what you can get from Dollar Tree if you want to, you know, cut your meat a little bit more precisely, then you can use this tool that I'm going to, I don't know if y'all Dollar Tree got it, but my Dollar Tree got pretty much everything. When they have it, child. That's why I can't wait to help the community that I'm finna talk about. But child, sometimes the homeless community go in and swipe them out. I already helped them, but I'm saying when I get my nail license, I'm gonna help them even more. I feel like I'll be able to take that money and do more, buy them more accessories and stuff. Cause I'm only one person. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, Dollar Tree has these little meat cutters you can use. You know what I'm saying? You can just use your little meat cutter. That's what you want, but you know, slice your meat or whatever. But a fork work, y'all. Our grannies and mamas use fork utensils, okay? Utensils, okay? So, alright. We got this kitchen smelling good, baby. I am ready for them to say. And the Super Bowl winner of the year is the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, I'm really a time baby child. I'm really a key. I know it. I can't let everybody up in my energy. You can't let everybody up in this good aura. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. Might want to, but you can't. Okay? Some people come to steal, kill, and destroy. We ain't got time for that. Hallelujah. All right. Okay, y'all. Shrimp is getting on down. out each one of these, and then we're going to get to it. So this is going to be mine because I like, you know, this is how much about. I'm going to use the full can of the hot. That's all I need, really. This one right here is going to be sugar. Right here. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here. All right. All right, make sure you are finding that, fining, F-I-N-I-N-G, fining, making the meat fine, that sausage fine, so that when it goes into that rotel, it ain't just so clumpy. But some people I know, they like the big old clumps. I'm like, oh, okay then, girl. I mean, I get it. They be like, oh, girl, it's just don't go down the same way. It's like, but anywho, moving on. Moving on. All right, y'all. So just making this nice and fine with your pork. Again, getting in a good old workout. Flick of the wrist. Y'all look at me, got meat on the outside here. All right, we'll put that right there. All right, I think my shrimp is about how I want it. Oh, shit. All right, y'all, I got my shrimp how I want it. And now, I'm going to take my shrimp off. All right. Wash my hands right fast, y'all. Gonna get ready and mix with my shrimp. I'm gonna just put it off to the side in one of these containers. Okay. So this how the shrimp is looking right there. Okay. So we gonna wait for the rest of my stuff to get done. Okay. All right. We're gonna put a lid on it as well. Over it. You shouldn't cover your meat until it cools down. Honestly. So we're just gonna put it a little lid over there, half on, half off. All right, now we're going to move this to the front, actually. We're also going to put this to the side in a little bowl until I'm ready for it to go inside. Y'all see how fine I done got it? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about when I say fine. You don't want them clumps and lumps. Some of you do, but, you know, like I said earlier, you get what I'm saying. Oh, damn. All right. Yeah. Okay. I know that's right. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix this all together. And then I'm gonna, and who she dance for now, you said? For who? I know it's right. Yeah, yeah. what's up. All right. So here is our meat. So the dressing is a big deal. All right. So here we go. Just putting that meat into here. Okay. And now we're finna get ready and open our cans. Okay. Ooh, yes, honey, yes. Okay. All right. Now, it is time to move on. Okay. Now, we're going to cover that. So, try to keep your meats and stuff covered. You know, you not too crazily, because, again, you want your stuff to cool down, right? They teachers didn't, well, I ain't going to say they teachers did, because some of y'all probably went out there. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying. All right. So I'm going to wipe this down. I got a sweep and mop. All right. Now. All right. Now we got these two right here. And then we're going to get our Velveeta Ante. Y'all know what Velveeta Ante is? I am hollering. Hey, y'all. Hey, Beverly. All right, y'all. This is hot. Hot and caliente. Caliente ante. Okay? All right. Now, I really enjoy me some hot Rotel, y'all. In all seriousness, so don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do, honey. Okay, we're going to rinse off that one more time, and then we're going to put the mild in sugar. Now, sugar don't like the whole can for some reason, but she likes the juice. So, I do about half a can. About half a can of the tomatoes. So we got all them left. And so I just play it by ear sometimes, though. I keep it and then I add a little bit more if I feel like you need a little bit more. Anywho, moving on. Now we got our Velveeta Ante. Okay? Yes, honey. Yes. But I marry you. Shout out to Tony Braxton. Alright. Anywho. Alright. So now we're going to add our soda. Go. Don't come here. Go. Alright, y'all. I'm going to grab a paper plate to make this easy. Okay? So I'm going to cut up me some cheese, some Velveeta. Okay? Now I'm just going to use the rest of this because I got a whole stick in there. Whole nother stick. Whole lot of ice. Whole lot of ice. Okay, they keep calling me. All right, Cole, go. Go, go, go. Back it up. Back it up. Oh, crap, Coda. All right, so this, I used this last time, so y'all know how it is when you wrap it a little bit. You get a little R right there. So I'm just going to cut that little piece off. Very small piece. And the rest is usable. So this one, tomorrow, you see them little corners, we just throw it away. Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Yeah, I like to, make little songs and stuff. I don't know, it just makes me happy to pass time, But also, too, sometimes I just sing to myself, I sing about the flowers, the trees, the birds, and the bees. Sometimes my siblings think something wrong with me, but I'm just high of life, you know? Just high of life. Anywho, move on. All right, so I'm just putting in a nice little bit of cheese, child, for the Rotel. All right, so I'm just cutting them into little chunks. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? So once I do this, then I'm gonna move on to mine. Okay, you want to make sure you have a nice little bit. I am going to add some milk to this too to give it a little bit more juice. Y'all know how to cook Rotel, right? Right. Okay. So y'all already know how they come. Alright, then I do it like this, cut that in half or into threes. So she like a whole bunch of, she don't like a whole bunch, but she like a nice amount of cheese in her Rotel. So here we go. Okay. Yeah, what y'all cooking for the Super Bowl for real though? Y'all cooking some ribs and stuff and things. Cause when I used to be in Mississippi, them folks used to cook some ribs, chicken, steaks, rabbit, coon, deer, whatever, y'all. Ooh wee, that's some country eat. Okay. Anybody cooking some coon? Do y'all eat raccoon? I mean, I don't eat it, but people that actually go hunting for it. In some states, like here in Washington, you cannot kill a deer. Y'all know that? Y'all cannot deer hunt. Wait. That is living. You know? Some would say, oh, you should not kill the animals at all. Well, you know, I eat fish, so some gotta go. You gotta go. That's what I like. Yeah. I am hilarious. Hilarious. All right, anyway, move on. All right, so I'm just cutting up my cheese, y'all. I don't do mine no particular. Nothing. But I make sure I got enough in there, okay? So, we're going to add some milk, and then we're going to add the meat. And turn this on and watch it cook, okay? And then I'm going to move on to the chicken, okay? We're going to move on to the chicken. The chicken is actually going to be baked on 350 in the oven for the chicken wings. And then I'm going to sauce them with some buffalo sauce. So, yeah. All right, here we go. All right, so I actually did have a little cheese left, y'all. So that's good. Let me wash my hands, y'all, because I'm cheesy, honey. I am cheesy, okay? All right, so got my hands all nice and clean and stuff and things. All right. So for the rest of this, excuse me, I'm gonna just use this foil that I used the last time to put the rest of my cheese in there. Okay. And just cover it, whatever. And yes, I do put it back in here, so I know. Cause who gonna check me, boo? Anywho, move on. All right, we got the milk and stuff and things. All right, we got the milk and stuff and things. We're using 1% milk today, but milk is milk, child. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk, and then just a little bit of milk in there, a little bit more. All right. Anywho, move on. All right, so y'all remember that remember the sausage that we actually cooked just a few minutes ago? Well, we're going to get ready and place that into our, what's it called? Now I'm going to cook this on about a 4 medium or whatever, I guess. That's what you call it. Alright, so I'm going to use my fork for this. Just put it over in there, okay? Alright. And if you notice, I didn't have to drain my meat too crazily because it didn't have a lot of grease in there at all. So here we go. Alright, now moving on to the shrimp. This is my shrimp fork. I'll rinse it off actually. And then I'm going to add in my shrimp. So we got shrimp rotel. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Bling, bling, bling. Y'all, if y'all went to school with me then, y'all would know I am a Raven Simone. I love Raven Simone. She's my girl. She is my spirit animal. Alright, so here we go. Alright, y'all, we gotta straighten up. I can't do no messy kitchen now. I think I am gonna add a few more of these. She's just gonna have to go around them. We added some more to sugars. Child, okay, so what you mean, baby? We got a few things on the menu, okay? So on the menu, we got broccoli cheddar soup. We gotta make sure this cooked for about 4 hours. We gonna have some rotel. We got shrimp rotel, sausage rotel. We got pizza, and then we finna make some chicken wings. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see right here, we gotta clean that up. And in the meantime, in between time, I knew I ain't have enough. I knew it. I knew I ain't have enough milk. So I'm gonna add a little bit more milk. Actually, that ain't the right one. Here we go. We got some milk right here. And just a little bit more right there. Okay. Alrighty. So make sure you are stirring and keeping a close eye on your rotel, child. Because I don't like no burnt cheese rotel. You know what I'm saying? Like burn at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Anywho, moving on. Yeah, this shrimp rotel finna be fire and desire, baby. I said, baby. Okay. Oh, wait. Anyway, move on. All right. So, here we go. Here we go with the rotellante. All right. Got our cheese in there. I might have to add some more cheese. I might have to. But it's actually looking good to me. She's like a whole lot of cheese. I'm like, you sure? I know y'all. Gotta be cheesy. Alright. Alright, we don't do all that, add no extra nothing. This is the rotel. This is it. Okay, this is it right here. Right here. Right now. Okay, you can see the cheese is melting, okay? Now, maybe I will turn mine up just a smidge. So here is mine looking all nice and right. Alright, once this is done, I'm going to move on to my chicken wings. I'll move on to sugar chicken wings, actually, because that ain't mine. Got the cheese nice and right. Nice and bright. So, here we go. So, while that's doing what it needs to do. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. I might have to give me a little chip taste test. Okay? Alright, y'all. Y'all still ain't let me know what y'all cooking for the Super Bowl. What y'all cooking? I know y'all watching me cook, child. Cook a little this, a little that. Maybe y'all don't gotta tell me, actually. Don't tell me. Alright. Cause y'all probably wasn't gonna tell me no way. So don't even tell me. Alright, here we go. We got, oh yeah, this gonna have to get some more cheese for sure. Cola. Let me put my gaze up. Don't come over here. We still gotta cook cola food too. So we got steaks and chicken to go. Okay? Steak and chicken to go. And then baked potatoes. So actually, let me go ahead and turn on the oven. Alright. Got the crying. Alrighty. Now. Alright, give me. Alright. So this is what our chicken gonna be cooking on right there. No. You want to know? You're welcome. No. Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna just give this a mix. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the just a little bit, y'all. The smallest little piece of cheese. Okay. All right, we got that in there. Okay. But I want to get a little bit, just a little slight thicker, because I know she likes a lot of cheese in there. All right, so the cheese is done. Let me mix mine, mix hers, and then we're going to actually put the top on and move those to the back eye. And move Coda's food forward. But yeah, this is going to thicken it up a little bit more. See that? Yeah. And then here is to the shrimp rotel. We need to let that keep cooking a little bit more too. So I don't have my eyes on medium at all. I have them on a little bit like low medium. Like, so a little bit before medium. Not even on 4, past 4. If you're, yeah, I get what the hell I'm trying to say, right? I hope so. Anywho, moving on. All right, y'all. I might have to taste this. This smells so good. So is my good old broccoli cheddar soup, child. So it's already been cooking almost an hour, y'all. So that's pretty good. All right. I think this is good to go. Yeah. So my rotel is actually done. And don't forget, I cook spicy. So, yeah, spicy is where it's, hot. I cook hot rotel. Yeah, hot rotel has a flavor like no other. I haven't tried their hotter one. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's in like a extra hot. I haven't tried the extra hot one, but I see I'm gonna get around to it. All right, sugars is done too. So adding just that little amount of cheese actually gave it the consistency that I was looking for. Okay. All right. So we are actually going to top these and move them to the back. Okay. All right. We're going to top them and move them to the back. Let me rinse these. Rinse and dry, I should say. All right, here we go. So halfway put your top on because you want it to cool. You get what I'm saying? All right. And then we have shrimp rotel. Gotta pray over your food, okay? So, baby, I am finna taste it. I sure did. I sure did. All right, so here's what this shrimp is looking like. This is the hot. Okay. Ooh, this hot. Whew. All right. Those are done. All right, let me wipe down stuff, and then we're going to move on, okay? All right. Getting it done for the game time. For the game time. All right. This way. Now, you rinse these off. All right. So this is what our chicken gonna go on. It's gonna go in the oven. I got my oven on 350. Okay. So also too, coated sweet potato is gonna go. Probably gonna need 2 of these. So Coda got a whole sweet potato to go with his steak because he gonna be eating at dinner too. Gotta cook for your animals. Ooh wee. Some would say he's spoiled, but you know, mind your business. Mind your business. Alright? Alright, y'all. So, in the meantime, between time, it's time to get the chicken. It's chicken time. Alright. 1 second, and I'm gonna take out the chicken. So I did soak the chicken in vinegar. So you're gonna see the chicken in vinegar, okay? This is my little area. This own little room I got right here. All right, just wiping stuff down, getting ready for our next thing on the menu. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second. Take out the chicken, and then we're gonna take back out all of our seasonings that we use. earlier for the shrimp, okay? Oh, shoot. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, I will be cutting the tails, like those little feathers, off of the chicken, too. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come into frame. 1 second, y'all. All right. Make sure my chicken nice and clean. Okay? All right. So, we are going to be getting some napkins, and we're going to pat this chicken dry, okay? All right, there's the chicken, okay? I'm going to do that because I'm going to actually season these the same way I did my shrimp. But this time, we're doing it the chicken way. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me wash my hands, and then we're going to get started. All right, here we go. Whew. Meantime, in between time, I'm going to rinse this off and just wrap it, okay? Alright. Here we go. This is Coda, so that's all I do here. It has the holes in it. So I just wrap it whole and then I just place it in the oven. Just sweet potato. So you're gonna have sweet potatoes and steak. Alright? Alright. Now, meantime, in between time, it's time to get these boys out of here. Okay? Now, if you have a significant other like mine, then you know that they don't like all these little strags. Can't stand it. Or the little wings. Like this little part right here, gotta be cut. You know the little part that's sticking up right there? Yeah, they gotta be cut. So I just literally clip all that off. This is the little wing part too. Cut it off. Or you can pull it off. Well, I just cut it off. Just, just so we ain't got no little hiccups, It's another one. Right there. Cut it off. It's good to have you a little napkin beside you. So you can just put that extraness on there. Okay. Alright, we ain't got no little extra wing dings on here. Oh, yes we do right there. I'll just cut that off. Alright. Little hairs. I don't eat meat. So sometimes she sees stuff that I don't see after I done call myself trying to get them off. So just be wary, y'all. Just take the stuff out, y'all, because y'all know meat eaters are sometimes they can be picky. The chicken and steakers. Look at that. They gotta come out. Alright. Got some little hairs right here. I'm gonna cut out. Have to wipe down my what you call it with a Clorox wipe. Okay, we got some right here. I just cut them off. So I am going to be rinsing this one more time before we season it. So, and yes, this was soaked for about, I think about 3 hours in vinegar and water. You all don't have to do that, but I just kind of prep my food beforehand. So, okay, it's good and clean, baby. I see some little hairs. Try my best to get as many as I can off, because sometimes it's inevitable. Alright. We're gonna rinse this off and throw this away, okay? And then wipe down your countertop with Clorox wipes so you don't have the residue and stuff and things. You could use your big towel, but you know, it's just kind of like transferring stuff or whatever. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? If you don't, then oh well. I know what I'm trying to say. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and pat this dry again. I'm trying to get most of this water out. Pat this dry again. And then it's time to season the chicken. Alright. Alright. Wash my hands. And then we're going to season the chicken and then place it on the rack. Okay? Place it on the rack. Alright. Let's get that up off of there. My little Clorox wipe, y'all. Wash my hands and then we're gonna get to it, okay? Just gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that little residue sliding and gliding all over the place. Alright. Here we go. Now. Whew. A whole lot. Okay? Alright, now y'all. This. That. All of the same season. Slap your mama. Cajun. Okay. Okay. Now we gonna do the same thing. I do the same method as I did with my good old shrimp. Okay. So I have my fryer right here. It's kind of in the way, but y'all get the gist of it. Okay. All right. So same thing. I use this to coat the chicken. So I put a nice little bit in there just so when I go around the bowl, I have enough to make sure everything is soaked and nice and right. Alright. So, just mix. Just mixing the oil on there right now. With my free hand, I'm going to grab me a plate. Oh, shit. I wasted all this stuff. Oh, well. Alright. Excuse my language. It be the Christian, the good Christian folk. They be like, oh my gosh, she said a Christian. Y'all, come on now. I did. God's still working on me. I praise him every day. But he's still working on me on some stuff. Alright. So what I'm doing now is I'm about to evenly, I like to see my chicken, right? So I'm going to evenly lay everything out and then coat it evenly, okay? So let me wash my hands. And then I'm going to get to it, okay? So I set this on the corner here, right now. Okay? Alright. Oh my God. Alrighty. Here we go. This stuff need to home. Then it won't fall. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Here we go, y'all. We have Lowry's. We have Slap Your Mama. I'm just opening stuff. So let me see if I can push this back. Okay, we got a little bit more room. Can y'all see? Alright, we got a little bit more room. Okay. We got garlic powder. We got Cajun. Accent. Onion. Alright. So, without further ado, I just coat it nice and evenly. Each chicken. It's a nice even coat. Okay? Of everything. Okay? You gotta raise the chicken up, raise it up to get it nice and even, okay? And it won't be a miss. So trust me, you will not be a miss. Alright. Still don't put a whole lot of Cajun. Not a whole lot of garlic. But we do get a nice even coat of the accent. Okay, this is just the first coat. This is the first coat. We're gonna flip it over to the back side. You start actually placing it on your rack since you already got the first coat down. They say skin side up, but do whatever feels good to you. Now do give it a little courtesy, extra Lowry's after I go in on both sides. So I just flipped over one more time, douse a little Lowry extra on there. But we're gonna do these last two the same way. I gotta wash my hands because I don't like touching my stuff here. Stuff on my hands. Okay. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Bling, bling, bling. All right. All right. Nice even coat. That's it. Slap your mom. Little garlic. Onion. Little Cajun. All right. Nice and even spread. Do the same thing on this side. Won't waste nothing. So we're going to use our little juicy. Pour it on there. I put that on everything. I'm hungry. I'm too. Sorry. All right. Here we go. Lowry. Okay. That's it. Slap your mama. Nice even coat. Okay? Nice even coat. Garlic. Onion. Cajun. We just salt shake that, okay? All right. We in the money. All right. Now, I'm going to flip it one more time on the other side, and then literally just a little bit, just a little. If it don't look like you need it, don't put it on there. But if it's looking like you need just a little bit more loving, give it a little bit more loving, okay? Every 15 minutes, you are going to season your flip your chicken, okay? So I'm seeing a few spots in here on some of these chickens, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Lowry's, and that's going to do what it needs to do. Trust me, it's not going to be over seasoned because we evenly distributed it, and literally I'm just putting a dash. Little dash there, little dash there, little dash there, little dash there. Bam, bam. That's it. Bam. Boom. We done. Alright, anywho, moving on. Now, these are going to go into the oven. So this is what they're looking like. Okay? This is what they're looking like. Okay? Alright. Cook them for about 45 minutes. Every 15 minutes, it's 3 times you should be flipping them. Yeah, 3 times. 45 divided by 15 is 3. Okay? All right. Now, one more thing we got to cook is coat of food. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and just close everything and put it back. So we got his sweet potato in the oven. And now I'm just going to cook his steak. So, yes, y'all. He eats good around here, okay? He eats really good. Every time we go out, people be like, oh my God, he's so big. He's so handsome, but he's so big. You think? Oh, he is, y'all. He's huge. And he's only 3. He's been big all his life. All his life. I can't make this up. Yeah, he was 3 months weighing 30 pounds. Imagine carrying 30 pounds on your arm through the airport trying to get him here. What? All right. One more thing to go. But before we do, Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Can y'all see me? Here we go. We are going to wash these dish yawns. Can y'all hear me? Here we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Alright, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Whew, y'all see these dishes? Baby, they got to be washed. But we move on to anything else. So I'll set these to the side. Bless you. Alright, y'all. We got some dishes to wash. And then we're going to cook his steak, okay? So, everything is pretty much done, except for the chicken and Coda's food. Alright. I'm going to make some dishwater. I only have one sink, so what you see is what you get. Thank God we got a sink to wash our dishes with, right? Right. Some people ain't even got that. So you gotta be appreciative of what you got. Alright. So here we go. Washing our dishes. So if your sink try to act a little slow, just run some hot water down the bottom. Just run down. You see what I'm saying? Do it every time. Alright, here we go. Got my bleach. So what is you doing? You ain't wash your dishes with no bleach. What is you doing? Lather it up. Ooh, wait. If you a Martin head, then you know where they came from. Which episode they came from. Alrighty. Alright. Get them suds in there. Get them suds in there. Put everything in here but this hot, this knife. I tell y'all the story. I stabbed myself in the hand right here. You can kind of see the little cut. When I was young, went straight through. Caught myself trying to scrape some caramel off a doggone plate. Wait! I was probably about 11, 12. They just picked me up, send me home. But then once in a while, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I do. Alright. Alright, we gonna wash our dishes. Okay, now, ladies, let's not get information. Yeah, the smell of bleach. I cook baked chicken wings, pinto beans, mashed potatoes, collard greens, and gravy. I know that's right. Now that's some good eating right there, Tara. Miss Tara been doing her thing. I know that's right. Now that's some good Sunday eating. That's what you call eating, okay? Now that's what we call supper. Not supper, not dinner, but supper. Okay? Alright. When I build my house, y'all, we will have 2 sinks. But again, I am thankful for the one that I got. Some people ain't even got this. So. I gotta run this a little slower because if not, then my water gonna come out, child. My water gonna come out. Alright, y'all. We need dishes washed so we can move on to cook this steak. And then, child, I'm done. We cooking. I cannot wait for this doggone broccoli cheddar soup to get done. I'm gonna have something to eat on for the rest of the week. Now, again, you don't want to add in your or maybe you do, but you don't want to add in your heavy whipping cream to your, your broccoli cheddar soup until after, you know, it's been cooked all the way through. Or your cheese. It's just gonna be thick and probably overcooked, and then your cheese gonna be burned and everything. But to each their own, you know what I'm saying? I just know what worked for me, you know. I still got a little minute for the game, so. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna wash around and she's clean, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. I hope the Super Bowl has some good, cause y'all know I like to laugh and stuff, you know. I'm happy with it. But yeah, I hope Super Bowl got some good commercials this year. I really do. I want to laugh till my stomach hurts. I do. I do. Who y'all going for this year? Y'all going for the Seahawks or the Patriots? Who y'all going for this year? Y'all already know who I'm going for. So who y'all going for? The Patriots, they won like 8 Super Bowls already. Do they need another win? I'm just saying. Don't come for me. But I did see. Now this is some tea. I saw Tom Brady say that he is not backing the Patriots. Now he ain't say nothing about he ain't say nothing wrong about him. He just was like, yeah, no, let the best man win. I said, now what's going on, Tom? Who we? Tom said, been there, done that. Wish them guys luck. But I ain't got time, okay? May the best man win. And we, Sugar and I was we was somewhere the other day. I think Red Robin. We were looking at the odds, like the odds against who will win. And so far it looked like the Seahawks are going to possibly take it home. As far as folks, you know, like bidding and stuff, you know. But child, Tom Brady said, baby, I don't know them folks no more. I got my money. Nah, I'm just playing. Don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me, okay? But he did say that, though. He did say that he ain't backing them. Dang. What they done did to Brady, the Brady boys. And a little bit of Y'all do this at the end. Y'all add a little soap to y'all towel and then just wash it too. It is something I got from my mama and my granny. All right. Cooking with gas. Cooking with gas. All right. Now it's time to cook our next thing, which is the steak. Y'all got this little mat from Dollar Tree. So if y'all want one of these little mats, hey. If y'all want one of these little mats, go to Dollar Tree. You cooking for the Super Bowl, girl? Maria. All right, y'all. All right, here we go. Huh? Oh, it ain't working. Oh, fee, babe. You say you coming over? She said yes. Unfortunately, I know that's right. Well, girl, we sure got a lot of food, so if we was in the same state, it would be enough. All right, y'all. So now we got that out the way. It's time to cook our steak for my dog. Baby, you cooking the whole rest of the pack or what? Steak for him. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now we can move back to our cooking spot. What you cooking, Maria? Okay, here we go. Oh, steak. Girl, he getting some strips. He got some stir fry. Stir fry strips. I'm finna make them. Try and make sure this ain't hot. It ain't hot. Actually, I won't even set it down. I just take the little strips, put them in there. And then once they cook or whatever, then I'm going to cut them up real fine. Chicken tacos, okay. Chicken tacos, all right now. Okay, I see you, girl. I see you. All right, got some more steak strips for them. I think I'm gonna do about 8 is my favorite number, so I just do 8. So 4 more to go. That one's pretty thin. 6. And then that way he has some. Well, this gonna be 9. Because that one's so little. Maybe I just make it even. I'll do 10 strips. 10 strips of this, okay? And then he got sweet potatoes. The rest we will freeze, and then he can have this for dinner another day. And plus he gonna have this with a little bit of ground beef. And he gonna have ground beef, steak, and sweet potatoes for dinner. Or for Super Bowl. Steak strips. Yep, steak strips. Miss Tara. Okay, chicken tacos with fries. Okay. Girl, I know that's right. Hey, folks need to be coming to your house. Let me wash my hands. Alright, y'all, it's been 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip the chicken, okay? Time to flip the chicken. Flip the chicken. Alright, here we go. Alright, y'all. In another 15 minutes, we'll flip again. And then, after that, they should be done. What's going on? Okay. There we go. Woo! Buddy. Turn it up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let me put some foil on his meat. I will put it right here. Who is he? Coda. Who? You talking about for the steak? If you talking about for the steak, I'm talking about my dog. My dog finna eat the steak strips. Don't wear the gate up so you can't come over here. Come on over here, one. I know that's right. And then, oh, you talking about your giveaway? I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you finally got it. Did you like those colors that you got in your giveaway box that you got? I really like those colors. All right, y'all. So now we can cook his food. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna stir our. She said, "Yes, I love the collection." I know this, right? I'm glad you liked it. All right, y'all. So here's what the broccoli is looking like. Broccoli cheddar soup looking like. Okay. So I'm just gonna mix it. We still have about, what time is it, babe? Oh, I'm looking at my phone. So, okay. All right. So we still have about three hours to go. And then we'll be ready to go. And believe it or not, y'all, this time go by pretty fast. Just make sure you're stirring in between time. And then, yeah, you should be good. The broccoli is not yet, it's still kind of hard. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you want to make sure that you're cooking your broccoli cheddar soup for about 3 to 4 hours. 3 hours on low, 4 hours on high. Okay? Up to you, though. All right. Now, got coated steak in here. So I just I don't put anything on his steak other than, I might just add some parsley. Well, never mind. I won't add anything to it. You think I'm talking to you? Yeah. I don't know what you said. What you say? I was going to add some parsley to his steak. Oh, yeah. I was talking to you. So oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll add some parsley to his steak. And then he'll have, because dogs can't eat parsley, they can eat basil, but no seasonings. So try not to give your animals any seasonings other than like natural herbs. Just saying. You live a long, prosperous life. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oregano. I'll add oregano. Since that's the first thing I see. Literally, you don't need a lot. Boom, boom. That's it. That's it. That's all. You don't need a whole lot. That's his seasoning, child. He think he eating all the seasoning I added to the shrimp and the chicken. It's a mind game. Oh wait. Tickle. Anywho, moving on. Alrighty. So in about 15 minutes, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to flip this chicken again. Alright, so we got his steak on. So it's just doing what it do. Let y'all see it a little closer. So it's just doing what it do. Can y'all see that? Alright, yeah, I got the gist of it. Alright, here we go. Okay. So here is how the steaks look once they cook. They're just some little steaks, y'all. I just like to tear them in half to give it to him. So that he can have a little bit later for dinner. So I might just give him 4 of these, about 5 of these. And then he'll have a little bit more for dinner. This is kind of late night. A late lunch right here. And yeah, he know when we cook his food, child, he be trying to get over here. Or he'll try to beat you in the room to watch you put it in his plate. Put it in his bowl, child. Go this one. But he know food. He big enough. Oh, I love my dog. That my dog. That my dog. That my dog. Alright, y'all. Flip this over. Alright. So, Maria said she got some wine, y'all. I got wine too. I don't think I'm gonna drink it though. I should. But I don't think I'm gonna drink it. I think I'm gonna have me another drink. Another little drinky drink. Oh, baby, what you do with my drink? Hey. You know he don't need. You go. You talking about that one in front of you? Yeah. I guess so, huh? Well, that one can stay on, actually. Whew, y'all know my favorite drink is Pepsi from... Well, maybe y'all don't. Some of y'all don't. Be sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Call no, sir. Go. That's why I had the gate up. Go. Don't come in here. Pepsi from Taco Bell, y'all. Oh, wait, that's a good drink. Now, that's a good drink. I don't know, it's just something about Pepsi's from Taco Bell. They be so fresh and good. You want to work, babe? Got it? You got it, babe. Alright, so the strips are almost done. We got about 5 more minutes before we flip our chicken again. And then dinner is going to be served. Well, not dinner, but the Super Bowl cooking is going to be done. Okay? Alright, y'all. I was going to do some nails for like the Patriots and all of that. I changed my mind. I did my own nails. And I finally got my color that I was looking for that I ran out of, y'all. Period. Yes, I did my own nails, y'all. So it's like that pink, but it's like not pink. It's like a builder gel or whatever. We will do a live on it. So, alright, so his strips are done. This is what his strips look like. Okay. Alright, so let me get a little plate. Let me get a little plate. And his dinner is done. I'm going to wash these little dishes right here. We're going to wash these little dishes right here with me. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. Yeah, baby. Alright, so yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, I got the pink. So this polish right here was like $3, going on $4, just the polish. But y'all see how it kind of like give you like a builder, like it kind of helps you essentially the extra build that you're looking for on top of like the acrylic. Yes. So if you're new here, welcome y'all. I do it all. Cause I like the nightlife. I love a good game. There was no correlation to this. Y'all just have to excuse me. Okay. I'm on one. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, y'all. So end up using it last night. I was so happy when I got my package, y'all. It took 2 weeks. Exactly 2 weeks, like they said. Like, yeah. It's the Exagi, Exijay. Exagi. It's the Exagi number 17. I'll show you in just a second, actually. But yeah, it was like, I want to say it was like 370 something for the polish. So, yeah. Um, but I like polish. I like nail stuff and stuff. So, yeah. I'm gonna let y'all know though, in the fall, y'all probably won't see me as much. Okay? That's that song used to confuse me. I like the nightlife, I like the boogie on the disco line. I just remember it from Holiday Heart. Yeah, I remember Holiday Heart with Big Ryan. Big is funny. Alright, y'all. Let me wipe down over here. Supposed to be like, why you do this? Why you put bleach in there and then just spray it out? Y'all, it's to clean the sink out. Sometimes I might even go an extra step further and make a whole thing of water with bleach. Let it sit in there, and then I'll wash it out. This is what I do. You do you. Okay, boo-boo? Oh, wait. I'm hollering. It was on a vampire movie. Oh. Yeah, that song be on a lot of movies. Uh-huh. All right. So we are going to cover his meat and stuff and things. All right. Let me get a matter of fact. I'm gonna just cover his meat up. All right, y'all. It's time to flip. You got it, babe? Oh. Okay. That's cool with me. All right. So now it is time to flip our chicken. And then we wait. We wait. Oh. All right. Here we go. So, Rotel is done. We got the chicken in the oven. We already got our pizza. And then we got our broccoli cheddar soup on. And yeah, y'all, only thing I'm having is Rotel and pizza for the Super Bowl. And then I got my broccoli cheddar soup because if I don't eat dinner or something like that, then this is my go-to meal. But I plan to eat enough, y'all. I'm going to the gym after the game go off. Y'all know the gym closed at 9 at Planet Fitness. So I plan to just eat as much as I can. And then I'm going in and I'm going to push it out. Push it out. Okay. Yeah, I am silly for real. But yeah, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Uniquely for the Super Bowl. Okay? Yes, y'all. I had to put on my butterfly wings, as Sugar called them. Make sure I was right and tight for today. Oh, Shantae. But anywho. Oh, yeah, we got some cupcakes, y'all. Yeah. Let me tell y'all about these cupcakes. We went to Costco. Got some cupcakes. They are not good. No. They ain't like the Walmart cupcakes from Mississippi. You know, in Walmart, they actually put, and I have to compare stuff to the South because, y'all, these folks up here do not believe in seasoning most places. They don't. Just calling a thing a thing. Even down to the cupcakes. How the cupcakes ain't got no flavor on the icing? And the cupcakes it ain't even got no sweetening. It's just bland. How y'all selling these cupcakes and people just were buying them out? She was like, oh, we should get some. Huh? She was like, oh, we should get some. I'm like, okay. Tried it yesterday. Disappointed. Let me show y'all what they look like. Disappointed, y'all. Because these cupcakes are not cheap. They $9. Look at them. And ain't got no type of flavor. How? Y'all know how when we cook them from scratch, they got the little batter. You know, the little batter is sweet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why my braids are bow-legged. Anywho, moving on. But yeah, y'all, not good. So if you in the Washington State, not good. Not good from Costco. Now it's this black lady on base that has a shop, you know, in the mall. She cooks them, you know, whatever. And y'all, her cupcakes be banging. Don't get me wrong. But I have to go way on base to get my cupcakes. But just going inside the store, no, I ain't doing that no more. I make my own cupcake before I buy somebody else's cupcake here. Yep, I will. Anywho, and make the drain smell good. Yes, it did. Yes, honey. Yes, it does. They bleach is something. You know they say it's the power of pound salt. No, it's the power of bleach, honey. Thank you. No cupcakes. And cupcakes taste less than cupcakes are good, but it's just like I was not expecting them to be like so bland like that. Like seriously. The child, it is what it is. They bought that. I give them to our neighbor or something. We usually give stuff away anyway, or share food, or we have a little gathering with our neighbor here and there. So they'll get ate. Trust and believe that. Even if it ain't us, okay? But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here. That was it, y'all. I done cooked everything. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll be back with my attire. Y'all can see my Seahawk gear. Let's go, Seahawks. Let's go. All right. So, yeah. I told y'all I was gonna show y'all how the city do it too. Y'all just stay tuned because I'm gonna be doing some shorts. Y'all gonna hear these folks acting crazy. They be going in for the Seahawks, okay? So if you are in the Seattle Tri-City area, y'all make sure y'all safe out there. I really love staying on the outskirts. I do. But if y'all downtown in the city, make sure y'all staying safe out there. Do not be out there too late partying and stuff. Go on, go to the house. Eat, watch the game, go to the house, okay? Y'all grown though, okay? But it's just so much been happening up here in the area. So, you know, and then, you know, yeah, it's just so much going on in Seattle right now. So make sure y'all, if y'all downtown, like I said right now, make sure y'all safe. Where I'm at right now, it's pretty calm right now. They pre-gaming and it's raining right now. So yeah, we should be good though right now. But yeah. All right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. Hope y'all have a good day, okay, y'all? We up out this thing. Bye.